Hi! Um, Back again for day 5 of Meal Prep 101. And today is about dinners. And I know, everybody asks, what's for dinner? What's for dinner? Well, there are so many different ways that you can meal prep dinners. So I'm going to try to touch base on some easier ways because I don't know about you, but I'm busy. Easy means I have more time to do other things. So I'm going to share my tips and strategies first, and then I'm going to share some recipes, which I did again make a blog post that has all of the links to the recipes that I'll share after I get done with the video here. So, like I said in the breakfast and the lunch meal prep videos, I have the same thing for breakfast and lunch. But when it comes to dinner, I want variety. So one of the things that I can get a different variety of different flavors without spending a ton of money is to use one meat multiple different ways. Now this works out really well too if it's on sale. I buy a few big packages of chicken and can make chicken tacos, teriyaki chicken, barbecue chicken, chicken chili, chicken parmesan. All you need is different seasonings and some aluminum foil so you can separate areas of a sheet pan for each flavor. Now, what you would do is take a sheet pan, lay out some aluminum foil, and then roll up some aluminum foil to create a barrier. See, if you can create different little barriers on different sides of the pan, and then you make another one, and that will help separate the different seasonings, the different juices from flowing together. And you could do this with different vegetables too. So roasting vegetables is a great way to get kids to eat veggies versus steaming, because roasting them, they have a lot more flavor to them. This would also work really well if you're only cooking for 1 or 2 people. You could meal prep your whole week on one pan and not have the same thing every night. If you want to add different seasonings or sauces later, you can start out with this basic roasting directions for chicken. Just cut up some boneless, skinless chicken breasts into 4-ounce sizes. Remember, I showed you the size of your palm. Place the chicken on the sheet pan or oven safe pan. Drizzle it with a teaspoon of olive oil. Toss it in the oil until all of it's got some oil on it. Season it with pink Himalayan salt and pepper, and then roast it in the oven at 425 for 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how much chicken that you're cooking, and until the juices run clear and the middle is no longer pink. And you could just take that basic chicken and then use it throughout the week on whatever you want at the time. So another great way, easy variety in meal prepping for dinner is to use a crock pot. Now you can cook large batches of meat to use throughout the week in different recipes, or like chicken, pulled pork, and meatballs. Those are all great options for this. You can also simmer things like dried beans, pasta sauces, chicken stock in the crock pot, and then throw them together with meals. You can cook your vegetables or other side items in the crock pot while you're roasting your meat. You can cook double batches of things like chili and stews or casseroles in the crock pot, and then you could eat half of it and freeze the rest for the following week. Just by doing this, you can cook once for 7 days and then have 14 days worth of dinners. Tips when using a crock pot. If possible, start the cooking on high for the first hour, then turn it down to low. This will help keep it'll get the meat up to a safe temperature quickly. Keep the lid on. Every time you take the lid off the crock pot, it has to warm back up. The steam is being sealed with the lid when it's closed. Fill up the crock pot at least halfway, but not over 3/4 full, so that it'll heat the food properly. On an average, usually you can cook 4 hours on high or 8 hours on low, but always allow some extra time just in case it isn't done at the expected time. Cook your root vegetables like your potatoes and carrots underneath the meat since they take longer to cook. And then save the canned beans, the cooked rice, or the pasta until the last 30 minutes before adding. I have some super quick crockpot recipes as well. There's an anything crockpot chicken, which you can just take 5 to 6 boneless, skinless chicken breasts and put them in the crock pot with about a half a cup of low sodium chicken broth. Cook it on low 6 to 8 minutes and then shred it. You can use this for anything you want throughout the week. Something that we recently started doing here to shred it really fast too is a mixer, a hand mixer. We just hand mix the meat and it shreds it up pretty quickly. I also do have some other recipes. Crockpot buffalo chicken, a crockpot green chili pork, pot roast, chicken fajitas, turkey meatballs, chicken enchiladas. I've shared all those on my blog. Now, I've already touched some on freezer meal ideas in both the roasting and the crockpot meals, but some people actually meal prep all their freezer meals for a month. Now, they will mass cook for a day or a weekend and have almost everything prepped and in the freezer. Now, I don't typically do this, but I know it is a pretty successful strategy, and I do even offer my VIP clients freezer meal plans. So when you venture into freezer meal cooking, start slow. It'll be easy to get overwhelmed trying to put together a whole month's supply of freezer meals when you haven't, ever done it before. So an easy way to get started with freezer meals is to try no-cook meals first. And what I mean is you fill up a Ziploc bags with just the ingredients uncooked, like your raw meat, your seasonings, your vegetables. Put them, Ziploc them, put directions on the bag, and then stick it in the freezer. This will work for many of the crockpot recipes. You're saving time by doing the cutting and the measuring ahead of time, so that the day you want to cook, you literally dump it in and turn it on to cook. Another easy way to get started is to double your recipe of whatever you're making, like a casserole or a stir fry. Put half of it into the freezer bag for later that week or month, and then eat the rest of it. So you can also look into meal plans that are already designed to have similar ingredients to chop and cook together to freeze for the week. And I did provide a link to another person's blog that I seen that had like at least 50 different freezer meal recipes. Like I said, I do offer some freezer meal recipes to my VIP clients too, with shopping lists and stuff. So I did this meal prep, all week, so that it would give you ideas on what to go out and buy, tomorrow, and then prep on Sunday. So what will you be meal prepping this weekend? Don't forget that I sent it out in the email today, but and I said it yesterday, I think. But you'll get 25 extra entries for my prize drawings by sharing your meal prep pictures. They can be big or small. They don't have to be a huge meal prep, from things that you learned this week, and share it on your Facebook page, and then tag me in it so that I can see it. If we're not friends, you are probably going to have to send me a friend request first, and then you'll be able to tag me. So let me know what you're meal prepping for next week. You have a great day.